Welcome, welcome. This is going to be about the moon in this video. Number 57, basic numerology, 57 alphabet, English alphabet, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, and continue on to Z. I am overwhelmed with the information that is just brought to my awareness today, how the female and the male anatomy and the moon and the sun numerically calculate to the actual word, and the four words that I'm going to tell you are love, moon, sun, Mars. Will describe sun, Mars, and moon will describe love, penis, and vagina. Yeah, words I don't want to say. It's like, you know what? They got an I in both words. There's no A in the what's it called there, but there's an E. It starts with a V. The other one starts with a P. Oh my God, the first two letters, just to start it off before I start with the video. 7 and 4. That's Jesus. Arts and entertainment into the O worlds, into the DNA gateway. Look, they both got the birth in the same spot, but in this one again, DNA again, gateway into DNA. The spirit world, 1 inside of here. Okay, the 19th letter brings the birth with the spirit, and then it finishes over here with the A, the angels again. 2 A's, take away 1 A. I'm not going to get into the numbers of this yet. I want to do with you this, and we're not going to get to S and M, L, but let's not get into that. 4, 3, 4, created by 1 and 3. 19, the spirit, 19, and we're not going to get into that because that'll create the heaven. But let's get into number 57 for the moon. MOON, 13, 15, 15, 14 in letters. The reverse of moon is 51 because every single letter is valued at 27 in the reverse alphabet. Total is 108. That means leftover is 51. Moon 57, Sun 54, Earth 52, Pluto 84, Sun 48, Mars 51. 3 by 19. How we get there, what numbers tell us the story. Heavens and heavens inside the house in the B world creates 56, plus missing the spirit. The 7th gate into the 8th house, missing the spirit. The 6, which is a reverse in the cube of 1, and 9 takes up all area spaces, equals to 54 plus 3, equaling to creation in the house. 5 is the E-world spirit. 5 and 2 is the numeric value for Earth's heart that gives you the liberty. Number 55, you now plus the house. You have the liberty of the spirit, the house, 4 and 1, 4 and 1, equals to that 55. Do you remember the dice cubes? Is it a video that I didn't share? Creating the center, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 1 to the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 1 to the center. 5 and 5, 10. Will actually come together and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it'll say 10 and 6. Those are the numbers. And actually it only has now 4 corners, because we're only going to measure the greatest diameter. So now it's rectangular, and it's 2, and it's not 1. We have to tell the whole story. It's a number, and it's a word, and the word creates the number, and there's mathematical equations we can create that already exist that will tell the story, as long as we keep the mathematics consistent. How do you keep it consistent? Oh, well, if we throw pi in here and break it down, and we put all these thingamajiggies, these thingamajiggies are doing something. They're doing more than one calculation at a time, but they're just giving you the answer. I'm showing you all the calculations, how we get there. Why do we have to do it? I don't know. If you're on the 3rd floor putting the bathroom, 3 steps to the right, 4 steps in, I'm not coming up to that floor to build my office. 3 steps in, 4 steps over, 8 floors up. You're 8 floors up. I'm 8 floors up. You're 3 feet in. I'm 3 feet in. You're 3 feet into the left. I'm 3 feet into the left. Hey, we're building in the same spot. I need new numbers. I need a different word. I need to use it in a different context. You're on floor 4, I'm on floor 8, my office is floor 4, and you get the drift, right? Okay, that's what the numbers do. DNA, 3 times 147, all on one side, equals to 441. 56 is the wolf, 5 is the freedom, 54 is the sun, 11, 11, 11, right here. It's also 95 and explains Neptune. So how do we get Neptune with 7 and 8? How do we get 7 and 8? 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 will create 7 and 8. 6 times 1.5 equals to 9. 1 and 1 is 2. So we need 2.5 times this. Can we get 2.5 times this? This is 1 and 1 is 2 times 2.5 equals to 5. 2.5, 2.5, 52. So we need Earth. We remain the same. Now we want to do the reverse of 57. We're going to do 75 because there's the same numbers, but they have a different equation. We need 3.75. It says gun, 3.75. 3 by 25, we want Earth 3 times inside the moon. We want the spirit in the heaven, 1 and 8, surrounding the cube. We get 72 plus 3. That's also calculated as a 60 and a 12. If you're going into a clock, 60 and a 12, that's 6 times 12 equaling to that number. 6 times 12 equaling to that number. Now, if we were playing basketball, we only got 4 quarters. That's 48. 48 and 24. Why are we looking at this? We're just trying to find the understanding of everything that can go along in this world with these numbers. 7 times 2, 7 plus 2. Equals to 14 and 9, 23. 5 times 3, 5 plus 3 equals to 15, 8, 23. Do you remember the 35 to 1 roulette payout? It's also that 7 and 3 is 10, 5 and 5 is 10. They're liberty in the cube. Add 1 through 6 equals to 21. 3 by 7 is 21 and 10 and 10. 1 and 1. And that's how it all starts, 1 and 1. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is 1 and 2. And there's a whole other equation for that. Down here, look, we used 1, 2, 3. ABC to create everything. And then we came back to 1 and 1 again. And then over here, all we need is 3 creation in order to get to your electric company. This is also noted as 3/4 of 100. This is perfect. 3 by 19 makes it perfect. 3 by 25, but 75% of 100. What would this take to equal to 100? This is what I do with my equations. And when I get that answer, it tells me a different story. But here I'm going by 3/4, 1/4 and 3/4. 3.75, the gun. Earth is 1/4, but we need electric company to make it work. But this is still 3/4 and 1/4 make it 100. But this makes each numeric value 10, 10, which makes it 1 and 1, which makes it perfect. Like saying 110%. Something was added on. So those are these numbers. So when we break down now this number over here, we did it to the singular fashion, and I added the 3 at the end, making it 26. Or 7 times 2, and then work the 3 later. I should do this equation and end up with 23, and then 3 by 23 is 69, telling me 6 and 9, or in rotation, here's your 6 and here's your 9, telling me all 3 are the same. 4 by 18, 40, 72 plus 3, telling me they're all the same. This area here, this one over here. You see, this one is 70 plus 5. I need the E world in the O world. All zeros equal 6. This will equal to 81, and this will be Venus. Venus through the gateway, and where do I get this gateway? 7, forget about the 0. 7 plus 1, 7 times 1, boom, right over here through the gateway of the one spirit. Opposite side of this one here is 56 and 1, and over here it's 7 and 5. 7 and 5, back to the moon. 7 and 5, electric company. DNA, electric company. When you finish the multiplication and addition of 7 times 2 times 3, we're not going to use the 69 right now. I could use the 69 and then I can add them together. 69 and 3, 6, 7, 8, 77 says Christ. I add it together, I get 40, the blue world, DNA. I get the sun and I get the God. Then I get the communication center, which is 420, which is hemp, which is marijuana. Mary Magdalene somehow connecting center, because 80, all zeros equal 6, is 86. Communication in the house, cycle of the moon. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4. There is no 0, it becomes a 6. Why does it become a 6? Because everything in 0, okay, regarded as the cube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there are 2 cubes according to the pigs. Why? Pigs have 2 noses. When you get 2 of these, you say, I just got the pigs. The reverse of this is 66, and that's a byway to the Highway 80. Opposite of this, Highway 66, what did they do? They built Interstate 80. We have the sun, we have the God, or we have the dog leg, or we end up with the 9 lives of the cat. At the same time, we get the birth. We also get the queen. Number 62 is queen. Number 92 is your birth in the house. 80 is your communication. Where do I get this? 54, 26. 54 minus 26 is 28. 20, 26. So now I add this, I get 80, and I minus it, I get 28. Now I add it one more time. I don't want to pass 100. 8 plus 0, 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 18. But in French, first before French, we have 8 areas around 1. 18. 81, 3 by 27 is your Venus. This is my end result from this calculation, 723. The end calculation over here is the beta house of creation through the DNA, because this will create 6 and 5. 6 times 5 will create 30 and 11. Minus it equals 19 to 1 spirit birth. Add it equals to 41. Your DNA in the 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 in the sun. Through creation and birth. Creation, add 3 to this numeric value here. So we add this, we can have 108, which would be 4 times. And at the same time, we can have 52 the earth. 52 and 28, 28, 108. 108 divided by 3 is 3 times 36. 108 divided by 2 is 54, the sun. 27 times 4 is 108. We're back to 27 over here, so it fits into the equation. And we're going to show you how all these words down here, the sun, Mars, the moon, love, will create these 2 words over here. Because everything fits together. It was a story to be written because it already happened. It was the past. They wrote the books about the past, the exact words. They are Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus on creation.